Yes, say what you say. I can ground pound all day, especially with a pretty face far away. I'd rather stand here, share your space with you. Collar tie, booty tie, I wanna lie with you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm the truth. Get my full mount, side mount, wouldn't do. I wanna take you, controlled by the wrist. We can go rounds 3, 4, 5, 6 in the clinch. Yeah, we in the clinch, baby. Best believe me, we in the clinch. You and I, we in the clinch, baby. Say what you say. Oops! Up off that! Yeah! Yes! Yes! Up off! Ah! What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz. Don't. All right, man. Look at who we have here. T. Davis, what's going on with you? Mamba. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Hit the Tyson Bell. Look. We're going to jump right into it. I ain't got that kind of time. I'm starting a little bit late. This may be a shorter podcast, but I ain't got that kind of time. Hit the Tyson Bell. Listen. I think, and let me know if I'm capping or not, Jermall Charlo has a very simple way of taking on Canelo Alvarez if he really wants. Hit the Tyson Bell. Oops. If Jermall Charlo wants to fight Canelo, he can do it in 2 steps. He could do it in 2 simple steps and can be fighting Canelo by next year. Let me get my caramel macchiato. Hit the Tyson Bell. Absolutely. Before we get into that, I do want to let you hear what he said. Let me show you what he said. First, let me share it. Let me share it real quick. Y'all already on the ball. Y'all are already on the ball.
I like Canelo. I like what he done for his career. He's a legend in the sport. I'm not tampering with the fact that the dude is who he is. But I'm a real fighter myself, so I'm down to fight. Like boxing is boxing. I got the experience enough to hold my ground. So I can hold my ground with Canelo. I can hold my ground with Golovkin. I'm ready to fight a big name, but I can't get the big names in there with me. I gotta continue to make money and support my family. So that's what I'm doing.
You know what? That is something. That is something. What he said. Okay, I can't get the big names in there with me, so I gotta fight whomever to support my family. Hit the Tyson Bell. Okay, he had the face too. I believe you. But listen, Jermall Charlo, if he really want to fight Canelo Alvarez, he could do it in 2 steps. Many of you guys know the 2 steps in the war room, so I'm going to say it myself. Fight Boo Boo Andrade, beat him, and then move up. Good night. Facts or cap? It's easy work. Let me say, victory has to finish. Oh, yes, I wonder. Why would you shoot him out before throwing them from the abyss? They can't stop the rain. Hit the Tyson Bell. Facts. Who thinks it's cap? Facts. 100% facts. Because what do we know about the... Hey, to argue even further, Boo Boo Andre can fight Canelo Alvarez if he wants to in 1 step, and that just move up. I know he's fighting Jason quickly. Okay? Quickly. I know he's fighting Jason quickly. He could just move up and fight Canelo. Easier said than done? How? Let me see what you have to say. Biz, what do you think of Teddy Atlas and others ripping Canelo from his accomplishments and saying he's cherry picking? I don't know. He made history by being undisputed at super middleweight. That's what most people aren't doing. So if he's cherry picking, that's boxing. No need to just point him out. Just say all of boxing is cherry picking. All right, hit Tyson Bale. Okay, because he fought 4 times in 11 months. Nobody is fighting. They're fighting at all. All right, so I'm not going to put a weight on the man that's at the top. I mean, he's doing better than everybody else. So let me see. Totally agree. Horrible fighter. Canelo is already legendary. I mean, what? Listen, this is what we know. This is what we know about the WBO. If you're WBO champion and you move up, you're automatically the mandatory. No, Biz, Charlo, both got KO badly by, I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? Facts or cap? If you're WBO champion and move up, you become the mandatory for the WBO. How do you think Terrence Bud Crawford was able to fight Jeff Horn for the WBO championship? Huh? How do you think Alexander Usyk was able to fight Anthony A.J. Joshua and challenge him for his titles? He was the WBO mandatory. How do you think Boo Boo Andrade back in 2014-15 was able to move up from super welterweight and become the WBO champion at middleweight? Huh? Because he was the super welterweight WBO champion. We're not saying Charlo doesn't have a chance against Canelo. Nobody's talking like that. Get out of here. Actually, my man who said Charlo ain't got a chance against Canelo. First, I'm going to hit you with this. That comment was dumb. Then I'm going to hit you with this.
Get your shit, and get out.
Listen, nobody's talking about the matchup. We're talking about how to make the fights. You're in the wrong community. This is the war room. In the war room, we're talking about seeing fights we want to see. We're not fanboying yet on who will win what, who will do what. We're talking about how does the boxing community see the best fights, have the best fights happen to help push boxing to become the #1 sport in the world again. Hit the Tyson Bale. We are speaking 2 different languages. Fanboying can go somewhere else. Look. Listen, if Jermall Charlo fights Boo Boo Andrade to unify, Boo Boo Andrade said that he can't get the major fights. Jermall Charlo saying that he can't get the major fights. If they fight each other, whoever comes out of that, if Jermall Charlo beats Boo Boo Andrade and become WBO middleweight champion, as soon as he moves up, he's the mandatory. Canelo gotta fight him. No. I know what y'all going to say in the comments. All right, so let me beat y'all to it. Actually, I can't beat y'all to it because y'all comment before y'all listen. Everyone does that. So I'm gonna say this anyway as soon as I possibly could. I was trying to set up my argument. I know many of you are going to say, well, Canelo was mandated to fight Jermall Charlo for the WBC title back at middleweight. How many of you guys going to say that? He didn't get the fight then? Huh? Let me see. What up, Biz? At this point, Canelo just needs to call himself Shang Tsung and hold a Mortal Kombat tournament for them to fight him. A fight with him seems to be more coveted than a title. Coveted. I don't know what that word. Let's go. Anywho, Charlo lost his last fight. What? Charlo lost his last fight. All right, bro. Let me hit you with this. That comment was dumb. Many people are going to say that Charlo was his mandatory at middleweight for the WBC title. And to that, I'm going to say this. You're lying. Look, or you're ignorant. You just don't know, and that's okay. I've been hearing this get pushed for years. Charlo was never his mandatory. He was ranked #1 by the WBC as a middleweight, but never mandated. Hit the Tyson Bale. He was never mandated. He lost. We're talking about Jermall. We're not talking about Jermall, okay? If y'all think Jermall lost, that's fine. We're talking about Jermall right now. We know Jermall didn't lose against Montiel. All right? So let's number one, get your Charlos right. He was never mandated. Never mandated. So we got to get this pushed. We got to get this understood. I know you want to build a case, an argument for Jermall Charlo, but don't lie to do it. We got to tell the truth. We got to tell the truth. Jermall Charlo was never mandated to fight Canelo. Know the truth and then argue within the truth. That's all I'm asking. Peter, what's going on with you? Petter, whatever. Thank you so much. And Tyson Bear. Hey, somebody said, wait, they're twins? He was never mandated to fight Canelo. I'm going to keep saying this. He was never his mandatory. Tell the truth. And 100% Biz as 100%. Everybody, if you can, hit the like. I know everybody is in here already. There's 500 people in here, but hit
the like. Your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
So just look it up if you don't know. Look up, was Jermall Charlo ever his mandatory? He wasn't. Y'all going to say Canelo Alvarez. Flex on him. Flex on him. See. Pow. ShowBizz, you're doing big things, man. Let the light in. Thank you so much. Best boxing channel out there, period. Thank you so much. Hit the Tyson bell. Thank you so much. We're going to let the light in a while. But listen. So work within the truth. Because Jermall Charlo was ranked number 1 as a middleweight does not mean he was mandatory for the WBC title, okay? So work within the truth. 2, he can become mandatory by beating Boo Boo Andrade. If he really wants to fight Boo Boo Andrade for the WBO title, beat him and then move up. You will immediately become mandatory for Canelo's WBO title, and you'll fight for undisputed. Ask Alexander Usyk. Ask Terrence Bud Crawford. Shakur Stevenson right now can fight for what? He can fight for Teofimo Lopez's title, huh? He just beat Jermall Herring for the WBO title. Shakur Stevenson, if he were to move up, he's immediate mandatory. No? Loophole, Biz. No? Let me see. Y'all been freeloading long enough. Hit the damn like button. Thank you so much. I think they need to take more risk. You can't be great unless you take risk. 100%. Thank you so much. Another $1 super chat. Yes, the WBO loophole. They all done it. They've all done it. Boo Boo Andrade did it. If Boo Boo Andrade really wants Canelo right now, he'll move up and become mandatory. No need to ask the people. Let me tell y'all something about boxing. Boxing is the best metaphor for life, okay? And I want to tell all you people in life, no need to play victim. Just take control. No need to say there's a government or somebody controlling me, they're controlling me. No need. Just take control of your own damn life. Just like boxing. Just like everybody, Canelo Alvarez leaving Golden Boy. Not getting the fights he wants. Left him, fought 4 times, 11 months, became undisputed, the first one at 168. Take control. Let me see. Stop it, Biz. You're giving me goosebumps. No lie. Boxing is so good right now. I love it. Hit the Tyson bell. Thank you so much. So let's go back. To what Jermall Charlo had to say. This is me, once again, wanting Jermall Charlo to be great. This is what I'm doing. Hold on real quick. Let's go back to it. This is me being a fan of Jermall Charlo. Not making excuses, okay? But me really wanting something great to happen.
I like Canelo. I like what he done for his career. He's a legend in the sport. I'm not tampering with the fact that, you know, the dude is who he is, you know. But I'm a real fighter myself, so I'm down to fight. Like, boxing is boxing. You know, I got the experience enough to hold my ground. So I can hold my ground with Canelo. I can hold my ground with Golovkin. I'm ready to fight a big name, but I can't get the big names in there with me. I gotta continue to make money and support my family. So this.
Listen. I want to fight the big names. I just can't get them in there with me. Then get in their way. Andre, you don't want to unify with Jermall Charlo, WBC champion, WBO champion? Y'all unify, do something great? Get in their way. Andre is fighting Quigley. Who did Quigley beat? Huh? Shane Mosley Jr.? Boo Boo Andre fought Keeler, fought Liam Williams, and then fought Quigley. It's not looking good, Boo Boo. You need some fights. You don't want to unify with Charlo? Forget that, Boo Boo. Step up. Go up to super middleweight. Immediately become the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez. Period. Jermall, you want the fights? Fight Boo Boo. Immediately. You beat him, become WBO champion and WBC champion, vacate the titles, move up to super middleweight, immediately mandatory. You don't have to ask questions. You don't have to beg them to get in the ring with you. You took control of your damn self. You found the loophole and you took advantage the way Terrence Crawford did. Become the welterweight champion immediately. The way Alexander Usyk just did, doing now. Now he's unified. He's ranked #1 heavyweight in the world, right under Tyson Fury, who's ranked champion. Ring Magazine, pound for pound #2. I got him 1. You don't have to ask any questions. Take control. And if they're not allowing you to take control, go on your own. Start your own business. You got one life to live, and you ain't got that kind of time. What say you? What say you? Yes, ShowBizz the truth. Thank you so much. Everybody, make sure you follow me on Twitter. A lot of you guys are doing it already. So thank you so much. And that's how we get to the bag. All of our giveaways are on Twitter. My Twitter account is BizAdult. So follow me on Twitter there. Thank you so much, BK. Thank you, Biz. They make it super complicated. Just fight for 100%. Canelo will possibly drop that belt. You talk possibly, schmoshibly. We're talking about possibly once it's there. No need to talk about it now. He's probably going to. That's our problem. We make excuses. We make up excuses before it happens. I don't believe in shit till shit happens. Hit the Tyson bell. When that happened, then you have something to say. I was finally the mandatory. Jermall Charlo was never mandatory. He beats Boo Boo Andre, move up, he'll be mandatory. Andre don't even have to fight Charlo. He could just move up, become mandatory. Once you're mandatory, then we'll see. When you try to unify, you got a belt. Y'all both champions. You can play around. But when you're mandatory, ask Yildirim. Ask Ocampo, who fought Elder True Spence. Ask Anthony A.J. Joshua, who had to fight Usyk, who had to fight Pulev. When you're mandatory, you can't get away with it. You can't get away unless you drop, and then that's a duck. Now you got it. A flex on him. Sleep. Pow! Absolutely own your life. Thank you. Every religious text has a rendition of as within, so without. Nice. The power is yours. Quit being afraid of your destiny. Good people. 100. God Melanin, bring the light in. Nice way to let the light in, dog. Not everyone can be a free agent like Canelo. But you know what? Let me tell you, Nas. Hey, let me tell you what everyone does, though. Say what people can't do. That's what everyone does do. Nas, hey, you're absolutely right. Just like everybody, you fall right in line saying what people can't do. Not everybody can. There's a lot of things people say that I couldn't do. I did it. I went along with the system, got 2 degrees. I ain't using nan one of them. But the 2 degrees got me here. Wait a minute, ShowBizz. You're going to get your master's degree. You got student loans. You did all that, and you're going to drop it to go on your own for YouTube? Are you crazy? You can't do that. You can't. You got kids. You got a house to keep up. You can't do that. Oh, you going to believe in your community? You going to believe in these people that don't know you? You can't. You going to believe in yourself, take a chance? You're just going to drop your job like a bad habit after all these years of doing this? You can't do that. Can't. I'm allergic to that. It's hard for me to form the words can't. It's hard. I'm happy I don't think that way. Jermall, you can do whatever you want, bruh. Forget what they say. You can do whatever you want. Freedom is independence. Hit Tyson Bell. Huh? Canelo don't want to fight. Oh, okay. Give me Canelo's phone number. You talk to him every day. You know what's up. Lamar Pope, bring him to the show. You look nothing like Canelo. He knows you personally. You read his mind. It don't matter what he wants or not. You make yourself mandatory, you in his face. We're in church today. 100%. 100%. Amen. So I just want to know that was real, bitch. So 100%. Thank you so much. And I want to know who think I'm capping right now on this. Because if I'm not capping, we can move on. This is supposed to be a short show today anyway. If I'm not capping on this, we can move on. Huh? The only thing Canelo can do is move up for light heavy. And that'll be a vision of his. If somebody were to challenge him for his title, say he vacate them all to move up, then I can't hate on that either. If you move up to light heavyweight fight, better BF, I would probably rather that fight. Okay? But I'm saying for Charlo, not for Canelo, not trying to guess what he'll do, not try to be a palm reader or have a crystal ball or act like you know the future, or act like you know Canelo personally. Do the most you can do, Charlo. Andre, do everything that you can do to control yourself. Andre, you want Canelo? Just vacate the title and move up. Forget, okay, you about to fight Jason quickly. But after that, just move up. You'll immediately be the mandatory. WBO is good for that. They made Sean Porter the mandatory. Terrence Crawford didn't want that shit. Which is a good no capping bid. Thank you. Thank you. What Best Life got to say? I don't think you're capping. Thank you. No cap. Thank you. Andre pull up on. That's what this guy. Everybody hit him with it. Hit him with it. That comment was dumb. With that comment, Ward.
Get your shit and get out.
Y'all keep asking. And y'all keep applauding for people to ask. Stop asking. Get in their way. See, y'all, boxing is the best metaphor for life. Andre pulled up on him and then had the cameras on him and he talked. That works for y'all. I'm talking about real tangible things you can count. I'm talking about results, bruh. Move up, become mandatory. I ain't pulling up on nothing. Let's let the system work. The WBO has a huge loophole. Let's make the system work. Usyk ain't have to pull up on shit. Terrence Crawford ain't have to pull up on Jeff Horn. Terrence Crawford pulled up on Errol Spence, and he told Errol Spence, y'all told me to get a belt first. I made the system work. And if Errol Spence had the WBO title, they would have fought a long time ago. If Errol Spence, if it wasn't Jeff Horn who had the WBO title, if Errol Spence had the WBO title, if Manny Pacquiao had the WBO title, Terrence would have moved up and fought him. It just so happened it was Jeff Horn. They would have fought a long time ago. See, you can duck and cherry pick and duck and dodge unified contenders. So a unified champion. Unified champions, those Andre and Charlo ain't fighting each other. They ain't fought each other ever. Both had belts. I remember when Jermall Charlo back in 2014 and Boo Boo Andre supposed to fought in unified. But the low ball of $250,000 to Boo Boo Andre, he said, I ain't fighting that man for $250,000. Ridiculous. I have $50K after that fight. After taxes and paying this and paying, I ain't fighting that man for that. I'll never forget that. They supposed to have fought December 13th in 2014 or something like that. I'll never forget that. I was excited. I didn't even have a channel then. But y'all keep asking. I'm not talking about asking. You ain't capping, Biz. It's kind of hard to argue when they aren't doing anything to help themselves. Thank you. Everybody, give it to my man. Where my man at? Where my man at? I feel like Biz talking to me. Left a firefighter paramedic nice position to start my own non-emergency transport company. They thought I was stupid. Can you please link your website or say the name and the state you're in or whatever of your company? Rep it right there in the war room. Please, entrepreneur, do your thing. Tyson Bell. Give him the like for that. Owning his own emergency.
Hit the like, your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like, you know what you like.
James West, thank you so much. Canelo last two fights were slick fighters and is sharper and in better shape to face Andre than Andre does to face Canelo. They should, yeah, now you're making a good point. All right, see, that's my thing. Let's make this point before we move on because I'm running out of time. Okay, let's make this point real quick. Create your circumstances. Beautiful. Let's make this point real quick. Now I'm done with Canelo has trouble with slick fighters. I'm done. Okay, everyone does. Everyone has a problem with a slick fighter. It's not Canelo. Everybody does. Especially, let's talk about Canelo real quick and matchups real fast. Canelo is a little guy. Canelo's 5'8". In heels. Heyman says, check and mate. Canelo, stop acting like Canelo's a giant. This guy's doing some Manny Pacquiao shit. That guy is 5'8". Fighting 6'1". Callum Smith is a light heavyweight cruiserweight. Callum Smith 6'3". I don't know how tall he is. This little guy, y'all acting like he's a giant, man. And this dude, I'm done saying he's having trouble with slick fighters. All he fight is slick fighters. He's fighting all the slick fighters. Nobody wants to fight. Nobody beat Billy Joe Saunders. Nobody try to fight Caleb Plant, man. Nobody's trying to fight Boo Boo Andre. Nobody was trying to fight Laura. Nobody's trying to fight. Canelo fought all those boys. I am done saying that he beat them all. Everybody has trouble with slick fighters. They're slick. And here's the second thing I want to say. Jermall Charlo ain't a slick fighter with your racist asses. Huh? Hit the Tyson Bear. Yeah, I said it. Not every black fighter's slick. No. I'm tired of this. Jermall Charlo is as slick as Errol Spence. Oh, because he got some melanin. He's slick. That dude ain't slick. That dude is Ivan Drago if you ever seen one. Yeah. Just like this dude told me on Instagram. You're trying to be like Stephen A. Smith. Huh? I'm just a black analyst who's animated. I'm nothing like Stephen A. Smith. Stop looping us all together. Because you black don't mean you slick. Jermall Charlo is Ivan Drago if I ever see. He's as slick as Sonny Liston. What up, ShowBizz? This reminds me of how Don King couldn't get fights, so he got in their way. And had contracts on all of the top 10 fights. There you go. Take control. Nobody can beat Canelo from 160, 168. Well, try. Right, Wilder's a slick. hey, I love that comment. Wilder's slick. Hey, everybody, hit me with it.
Bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, bow, bow. Yeah!
So look. Jermall Charlo isn't slick, okay? All Jermall Charlo needs to do, and I think Jermall Charlo would be a wonderful fight for Canelo, because unlike y'all, I saw him beat Sergey Derevchenko's ass, and that was, hey, he beat his ass. That Jermall, let me tell you, Jermall, you want me to tell you Jermall Charlo's, let me tell you why I'm a huge fan of Jermall Charlo, and let me tell you his issue. Hey, I'm going to tell you both of the Charlo's issue right now. Let me tell you their issues. They fight to the level of their opponent. Yeah, Jermall caught Erickson Lubin with a good shot. Okay? Yeah, and I know what Jermall Charlo did to J-Rock. But they fight to the level of their opposition. The guy that beat the hell out of Sergey Derevchenko should not have struggled with Montiel. And that's the black two sugars, okay? If Jermall Charlo fought Canelo, it'll be one hell of a fight because he fights to the level of his opposition, okay? That guy who beat Sergey Derevchenko was an A-level fighter if I ever seen one. I saw Sergey Derevchenko beat the hell out of Triple G, and that's the black two sugars, and I love Triple G like a play cousin, but the truth is the truth. And Jermall Charlo beat Sergey Derevchenko like he owed him money. So I know Jermall Charlo would give Canelo a hard fight, and not because he's slick, because he's technically sound and throw hard shots. With a chin, Jermall Charlo's head is as big as Jared Hurd's. And we know that head can absorb anything. Pause. Hit the Tyson bell. Jermall Charlo would be a problem for Canelo. It is what it is. They said the same about Billy Joe. Yeah, we had it wrong. We had it wrong. We were wrong. I thought Billy Joe and Plant would be a problem for Canelo once upon a time. I was wrong. You can be wrong. Here's the thing about keeping the same energy too. Stop with the whole keep the same energy shit. I told you guys that before. Yeah, keep the same energy about I'm going to be great. Keep the same energy on that. But don't keep the same energy on stuff you learn. That's like when someone's saying that the earth is the center of the solar system. Find out that the sun is, and your ass say, hey, keep the same energy. I ain't dumb. The sun's the center of the solar system. That's why it's the solar system. The earth is flat. Oh, I found out it was sphere. Keep the same energy. No. Billy Joe Saunders would give Canelo problems. Kind of. Not really. Okay, I found something out. Caleb Plant, yeah. Slick fighters, that ain't the thing. Stop with the slick fighters. And that's the caramel macchiato. It is flat. Oh, shit. My man said it is. That comment was dumb. Canelo would be undefeated for quite some time. He'll be undefeated. That comment was dumb. That boy got a loss on his record, fool. So listen. Listen, I just spent 30 minutes on this. Okay. Let's move on real quick. Better BF will give Canelo problems, especially with, Canelo is 5'8". Canelo is doing some Pacquiao. He's doing some Floyd Mayweather type. Canelo's a little dude. Yes, better BF will give him problems. Everybody at light heavyweight will give him problems, bro. Canelo is a little dude, bro. He's fighting well because he's an excellent fighter, bro. But this guy here, bro, we need to put some more emphasis on that. He's a little guy. No war room without me. You funny as well. Hey, brother, I'm keeping it a buck. My boy said undefeated. That dude said undefeated, bro. He said undefeated. DJ for real. Flexed on him. See. Pow. Look like a heroin addict. We are short 600 likes, over 900 people. Yeah, come on now. Everyone stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin. And jab the like takes less than 2 seconds. Best combat sports channel on YouTube. Hands is ShowBizz. Well, don't hit the Tyson bell. Thank you so much. And for my man, he's keeping it real.
Hit the like, your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like, you know what you like.
Miss undefeated. For the community, you're on fire, Biz. 100%. Now, let me cool down a little bit. Let me cool down. You're on fire, Biz. Well, let me cool my ass down. Listen. I'm going to jump on Terrence Crawford versus Showtime Sean Porter real fast. I heard Sean Porter say something that was amazing and terrifying. Okay. Let me let y'all hear something that in the virtual press conference that Showtime Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, which Terrence Crawford couldn't attend, and we'll talk about that. Okay. Let me show you. This here was amazing and terrifying. Listen to this shit.
I will also say this. You've never seen, Terrence Crawford has never been in the ring with the fighter as confident, as poised, and as excited as I'm going to be on fight night. And that is a problem for him. You guys have a great day.
Hey, hit the Tyson bell. Did y'all hear that? Let me tell you why it's terrifying. Let me play it for you again. Here. Take a gander.
And this is what I do, and I'm looking forward to next week. I will also say this. You've never seen, Terrence Crawford has never been in the ring with the fighter as confident, as poised, and as excited as I'm going to be on fight night. And that is a problem for him. You guys have a great day.
Good night. Let me tell you something. What? I'm going to tell you, Biz, when you signed it with ESPN for the community, I don't know. I hope something happens. But look, he said, and as excited. When somebody's excited to fight, Terrence Crawford has never been in a ring with somebody as experienced, as poised, what he say, and as excited as I'm going to be. And that's a problem for him. I'm excited to get in there and get my ass whipped or whip ass. I'm just excited. You know those people that's like, come on, give me your best shot. Those Wolverine type of that is a problem. I want to say this, though, about Terrence Bud Crawford, okay? Terrence Bud Crawford did not show up to the virtual press conference. You want to know why? How many of you guys know why he didn't show up? A new member, hit the Tyson bell. The pay-per-view numbers, I don't know, and I don't care. Okay, I saw a great fight. How many of you guys know why Terrence Bud Crawford didn't show up to the virtual press conference? Trent, brother, that dude couldn't get reception. He was in the mountains. Hey, that's what I want to say about Terrence Bud Crawford. He fumbles when it comes to media. When it comes to media and his brand and getting everybody knowing who he is, he fumbles that. But I'm going to tell you what he holds tight and secure. Fighting. That guy's in the mountains training. Couldn't get reception. Too bad. Press conference, whatever. I'm busy in the mountains training my ass off. I'm fine. Hey, if you're going to miss the press conference because you're in the mountains training, I am fine. Hit the Tyson bell. I am fine. He is staying focused. I am fine. All right. Now, I do know that kind of slow things up as far as the popularity of the fight. Hell, then I guess the promoters got to do their damn jobs. Huh? I guess the promoters got to do their damn jobs. But Terrence Crawford is doing his. He's in the mountains with a nosebleed. That guy's in the mountains with a nosebleed. He knows the type of fight that Showtime Sean Porter is going to bring. Showtime Sean Porter said, they asked him about Terrence Bud Crawford switching stance. And he said, I know how to deal with that. He gave us a little view on how he's going to deal with Terrence Crawford. He said, I'm not going to give him an opportunity to adjust. As soon as he tries to adjust, I jump all over him. Hit the Tyson bell. Well, here's the thing, Sean Porter. We all know jumping all over him is just what you're going to do any damn way. Jumping all over him is what you're going to do. But that lets me know something. He said Terrence Bud Crawford has a rhythm about him, and I'm not going to allow him to be in that rhythm. That's a problem. What say you? Charlo versus Plant. Who wins? Right now, I got Plant because Plant fought Canelo. Talk that talk, ShowBizz. 100%. Sean Porter is sparring Gervonta Davis. Is he? And why? I haven't seen that, but y'all saw him sparring Tank to prepare for Crawford? Brother, don't. Why? Let me see. Probably for I don't know. Oh, maybe I have no idea. Porter in the mountains as well. Crawford. Funny. Listen. Showtime Sean Porter said that he won the press conference. Well, of course. Terrence Crawford wasn't there. But he was training. He damn near won the press conference. He was training. Let me see. Sean got to make Terrence move his feet. This fight, Bud versus Kell Brook, feet were stationary. I think Sean got to fight the boxer. Yeah, of course. Well, Sean's going to box and fight him, okay, like he's been doing lately, and that's the best Sean Porter. But the thing is, Sean Porter just got to do what he does. He got to fight at a 10 speed and explosiveness for 12 rounds. Nobody does well with that. Everybody looks ordinary with that. That is very irritating. It is scary, okay, because you're pressuring me to be out of my comfort zone. Like I said, it ain't going to be a boxing match as much as it's going to be survival. All right, it's going to be a violent fight. Okay. That's all Sean Porter has to do. Box how he box, in and out, boom, 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 boom. And see, the thing is, what Sean Porter is saying is the way Terrence Crawford fights is perfect for his style. He ain't going to do anything different with Terrence Crawford as he did with Errol Spence, I don't think. It's going to be about the same. At the end of the day, they're 34 years old. They're going to be what they are. Hit the Tyson bell. Okay? But my thing is, he feels that Terrence Crawford, how he naturally fights, the type of bag he wants to be in when he's fighting at his best, Sean Porter is fighting at a speed that doesn't allow him get there naturally. So he feels what he brings to the table naturally is going to be bad for Terrence Bud Crawford. I agree. The problem is Terrence Crawford can mess around and out of muscle memory throw a punch and knock out Sean Porter. Okay? Because Terrence Crawford is so accurate. You know when, here, let me do it like this. 100% facts, biz. Yeah, let me do it like this. You know when Deontay Wilder, when he gets excited, he goes back to Wilder no matter what. Think about that third fight with Tyson Fury, right? He was starting with a jab to the body. He got away from it, and became Wilder. Regardless, he's going to throw one right hand, try to throw another, get excited. When Terrence Crawford gets excited, he throws things beautifully. When the fire burns high and both their fires are burning, Terrence Crawford is going to be panicking and throwing things, but they're going to be nice though. Just like Bruce Lee said, I'll play Bruce Lee's. They probably got tanked because they don't know who to bring in to represent Bud. I'll bring in Ugas like a mug, bro. But hold on, because I know he already fought him, but still. Where's that Bruce? Is Bruce still there? Did I get rid of Bruce? I got rid of the Bruce video. So when Bruce Lee said it hits all by itself, the muscle memory of Terrence Bud Crawford, the light's gonna turn on, the fire's gonna burn, and Terrence is gonna be in there, and he's gonna throw his right. Let me see. Got to play the Bruce clip. I lost it. All right, I got rid of it because I have to add other clips. Crawford is very accurate, 100%. So look, I gotta go in a minute. I'm going to talk about this for a quick second, and then I'm going to go back around to Charlo Bubba Andre, and Canelo Alvarez. Let's talk about this real quick. This weekend, I will be calling the Jaime Munguia versus Gabe Rosado fight. And just to let you guys know how I feel about that fight, I got Jaime Munguia winning, okay? I think Munguia is a very good fighter. I've liked him since the first time I laid eyes on him. I know he got holes. I know Dennis Hogan should have gotten a nod. I'm not even on that. I just like watching him fight. Hit the Tyson Bell, okay? The thing about Rosado is Rosado caught my man with a clean shot. Nobody was on Rosado until that tough fight with Danny Jacobs, which many people feel that Danny Jacobs underachieved that fight. And then Rosado was meant to be kind of like a gatekeeper, and he won by knockout, okay, his last fight. My whole thing is this, okay? It's kind of like Andy Ruiz, how Andy Ruiz knocked out AJ, caught him with a good shot. AJ was off, and then he dribbled AJ off the canvas. Second fight, AJ gave him a boxing lesson. And then after that, Chris Arreola rocked him, all right? Look, Rosado is still Rosado at the end of the day. He got dropped, got up, caught nice, good shot right on time. My man was being too sloppy. I think Jaime Munguia is better than him. I think he beats him. Now, I think after that, Jaime Munguia is supposed to take on Sergey Derevchenko. Let me know if I'm wrong here. But I like how Jaime Munguia is putting a plan in place to fight Charlo. He's putting a plan in place to be ranked to fight Charlo. Okay? Back to, and this is a good segue to Charlo. All right? And I want to call the David Benavidez fight as well this weekend. So I am going live this weekend. So I'm going to say this to end the live stream because I got to go. Jermall Charlo, if he wants to put wants to fight Canelo, put a plan in place. No need to jump in somebody's press conference. No need to say, hey, lights, camera, action, look at me. You may want to take a little bit, a chapter out of Marvelous Marvin Hagler's book. Somebody who everybody didn't see as a star, who was looking at, he existed at the same time as Sugar Ray Leonard. You're existing at the same time of Canelo Alvarez. So look at Marvelous Marvin Hagler and how Marvelous Marvin Hagler put himself in a position where people start calling Sugar Ray Leonard a duck. Hagler put himself in position, fighting the likes of Duran, fighting the likes of John the Beast Mugabe, fighting, becoming champion, defending his title forever, then fighting Tommy Hearns. He put himself in position where not only did they say you got to fight Sugar Ray Leonard, but he became arguably the greatest middleweight of all time. This man, and I'm talking about existing at a time through the 70s and 80s where an afro and a jerry curl was in. This guy had a bald head. You want to talk about not being marketable, brother, a jerry curl, a moist, wet, silky, moist, wet jerry curl was in. This man cut his head bald. Having an afro, a natural with some pork chops was in. That dude had a bald ass head. He did everything wrong. But what he did right was he fought the fights. Jermall Charlo, just fight the damn fights. You don't even have to get on camera. Just fight the fights. Fight the fights. Fight Boo Boo Andre immediately after Quickly. Right after Quickly. Fight Boo Boo Andre, beat him, become WBO champion, and move up to immediately be the mandatory at super middleweight for Canelo Alvarez. Facts or cap. Hit the Tyson Bell. That's the road to it. That's the road to it. So look, listen. So true. So listen. Let's let the light in. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your son, tell your daughter, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your grandmother, tell your grandfather, tell your niece, tell your nephew, tell your cousin, tell your play cousin, tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend, tell your best friend, tell your side piece. If they're right next to you, tell them. If they're away from you, text them. They're not like hearing more. Look at this guy say, I love you. Hit the Tyson Bell. Biz, Charlo has a jerry curl now. Yeah, he got a little something moist, doesn't he? a little spray. You got a little ShowBizz or something going on. Fight each other. Fact. Yep. Nothing but facts. Biz made me cry. Hey, everybody, we good? So glow. Just let it shine through. Hey, look, I'm about to go. Everybody have a great time on this podcast this morning. I gotta go pick up my son. I started late. Everybody have a good time. Did we make our point? Facts of cap. Make sure you share this video. You send it around. Okay. Hit the like button as you leave. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Let's make our message the message for the boxing community. We're changing the message. We're changing the landscape and the environment here in this community. ShowBizz for adult. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Tomorrow will be Facts Friday. After that, don't forget, we're going live. All right, for the fights. I'm out. Huh. Fantastic.